The true turning point arrived one rain-soaked evening, much like the night her life had irrevocably changed. But this time, Ilara was in control. Aurora, now 5, was tracing shapes on the condensation of the apartment window, her bright laughter a melody against the relentless drumming of rain. Ilara watched her, a sudden fierce clarity washing over her. She realized she wasn't just working to survive, she was working to thrive. Aurora deserved more than just survival. She deserved a life of possibility, a horizon unmarred by her mother's past. The catalyst wasn't a grand event, but a quiet, internal revolution. Ilara had been dabbling in online courses, picking up skills in digital marketing and web design. She'd always possessed an intuitive understanding of how things worked, a knack for seeing connections others missed. One evening, while troubleshooting a friend's failing e-commerce site, an idea sparked. It wasn't just about fixing what was broken. It was about building something entirely new, something sustainable and impactful. She saw a gap in the market for intuitive, eco-friendly digital solutions for small businesses, helping them not just survive, but flourish in a crowded online world. "Mommy, what are you drawing?" Aurora asked, pulling her from her reverie. Ilara smiled, pulling Aurora onto her lap. "I'm not drawing, sweet pea. I'm building a map to our future." The next few years were a blur of relentless effort. Ilara started a small consulting firm out of her tiny apartment, taking on any freelance digital project she could get her hands on. She poured every spare moment and every penny into her fledgling venture. Days were spent coding, designing, and networking. Nights were dedicated to research, strategic planning, and always Aurora. She learned to speak the language of business, to negotiate with the sharpest minds, and to articulate her vision with unwavering conviction. She was no longer just a pregnant teenager. She was an entrepreneur, a visionary, a woman driving her own narrative. She faced countless rejections, doors slammed shut, and skeptical glances that seemed to ask, "What could you possibly know?" But each no was a spark, igniting her resolve, pushing her to refine her pitch, to strengthen her product, to sharpen her resolve. She understood that every setback was merely a recalibration of her compass, a chance to adjust her trajectory. She often felt like a tiny boat on a vast ocean, buffeted by winds, but she kept her sails taut, always pointed towards her chosen destination. She was learning not just to drive, but to navigate the most complex routes, charting a course that defied the maps others had laid out for her. The girl who had once felt she had taken a wrong turn was now expertly steering her own vessel.